secrets buried in the coldest ground. We're digging deep where the truth is found. Daphne's case files, we're breaking the chain. Justice rising, no more pain. Evil's end, the final call. Behind the lies, we'll expose it all. Whispers echo in the darkened halls. Faint confessions on the paper walls. Every victim deserves their say. We're here to chase the night away. Daphne's case files, we're breaking the chain. Justice rising, no more pain. Evil's end, the final call. Behind the lies, we'll expose it Unseen crimes, they thought they'd won, but the fight for truth has just begun. Every clue, every trace, bringing evil face to face.
Hello, and welcome back to Daphne's Case Files. Today is Sunday. Here in New York State is 4:32 on November 23rd, 2025. We are almost at the end of 2025. Can you believe that, guys? I cannot believe it. It has gone by so fast. We will be going over the Summer Wells case today. Now, I haven't really spoken too much about Summer, and that's my fault. I want to bring awareness to this case just as much as I want to bring awareness to other cases. So I'm trying to branch out. I'm trying to multitask with the cases. And I know there's been some updates recently with this case, and I want to go over that. And I'm going to bring you back in time through the timeline and all that. And we're going to get started real soon on that. But first, I want to say hello and welcome to Daphne's Case Files. Hello, Angela. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Hello, Kelly. Good to see you. Callie, good to see you. Angela, Mildred, hello, hello. Southern Blue Angel, hello, welcome in. Roswell, good to see you. True Crime Junkie, hello. I'm going up. I'm going, Shan, I'm glad you're dancing in the car. I was thinking about making a little like CD or something, not CD, but an MP, like a longer version of this song. It actually is a longer, I do have the longer version of it, but I don't want the intro to be like over 3 minutes long. So, and upload it for you guys. True Crime Junkie, Andrea, good to see everybody here. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you hanging out with me today. It's been a long day. Hi, Deanna. Good to see you. Michelle, hello. Thank you for joining me. So I'm going to dig right into this case, right? Now, if you don't know who Little Summer is, she went missing, and wow, it's been like, what, 5 years almost? 2021, right? She's been missing since 2021. And same thing, guys, same thing. CPS was called out the day before she went missing. There's no coincidences. I'm sorry. Hi, Grace. Good to see you, Angela. Piper is asking how your doggie is doing. Oh, she's doing better. Thank you. The gas has went away. Thank God. I tried to feed the cat little by little because they just graze. They don't really eat everything all at once like dogs. And I have to hide her bowl because the dog will literally eat everything, and she smells so bad when she does that. But thank you for asking. I appreciate that. She's laying on the bed right now with the kitty, and they're being very good. So I'm going to bring you over here. So this is Summer Wells. Cute little girl, right? She's so cute. Blonde hair, blue eyes. And I'm just going to kind of go over this, the facts about her, right? She was age 5 when she went missing from her Hawkins County home. This is in Tennessee, right? And I heard that this Hawkins County isn't too far from where Sebastian went missing, correct? Am I correct? And all these cases, CPS was involved. I agree. CPS is involved in all these cases right there. And rugs, right? Rugs and abuse. And in my opinion, when you have those three combined, you should automatically arrest the parents, in my opinion. They should automatically be arrested because we're finding this over and over and over in these cases. And it's just not a coincidence. It's a pattern. It's an absolute pattern. And yes, in Jack and Lila's case as well. And the parents, in my opinion, should automatically be arrested. It doesn't end well when you have abuse, drugs, and CPS visits, right? So I'm gonna just come down here and just show you guys a little bit about Summer if you're not familiar with this case. So as of today, missing 4 years and 5 months and 8 days, because this was posted yesterday. And this is her here. This is what she would look like today, right? So this is an image done up what she would look like today. And I'm just kind of going over this Facebook post here. Callie has also made a Summer Wells group as well. If you want to post that, or I could actually post the group in a minute to the channel. That way we can spread the word about your group as well. So there's a post down here that I just want to go over. And these are just right here. Where's it at? Sorry, guys. It looks different on my computer. And there she is right there. Look, she lost her front tooth. Did you know that they shaved her head? They shaved her head. I don't know. Oops, I don't want this to start right away. Hold on one second. There we go. They shaved Summer's head, and they said, sorry about that. Okay, thank you, Callie. Thank you. I will definitely do that. So they shaved Summer's head, and they said that she wanted her head shaved. Yeah. Like, were they trying to make her, like, you know what I mean? Like a son or something, maybe? I don't know. Like, we didn't hear anything about that. But the parents are very, I don't know, very sketchy to me. So I'm going to bring you over to this YouTube video real quick. And it kind of just goes over what has happened in the past few days with Summer's case. Give me 1 second to pull this up. Hi, good to see you, Sarah. Good to see you guys. Her mom didn't want a girl. That's what I thought, Angela. That's what I thought. Like, she was trying to make her, like, act like a boy and look like a boy. I've heard that, and that's why I said that. Yeah, it is confusing. It's very sad, you know. They shaved it because of lice. Okay, so, and then I heard that they shaved it because Candace shaved her head. Did you guys hear that one? Yeah, she's a little princess. Exactly. Hi, Jules. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. All right, we're just going to go over this video with the update. Get ready.
TBI and FBI has searched an area this past week in the continued search for Summer Wells. It's our breaking news tonight.
It's been more than 4 years since Summer Wells was last seen. The then 5-year-old was reported missing from her home in the Beach Creek community in Hawkins County.
There's been no sign of the little girl since, and law enforcement from several agencies have worked countless tips over the years. News Channel 11's Ansley Daniels spoke with TBI, who says the case is far from cold. Ansley?
Yeah, Sarah and Casey, there have been more questions than answers since Summer Wells disappeared from her home in Hawkins County on June 15th of 2021. But today, the TBI confirmed that their agents, along with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI, continue to investigate what happened to Summer. They say that last week, on November 13th, their agents, along with the detectives, were at a location in the 3500 block of Van Hill Road in Greenville, following up on a lead in the case. That's about 9.5 miles from the Wells family home on Ben Hill Road via State Route 347. Now, we followed up with the TBI asking if they could provide details about the nature of the tip, if anything substantiated from it, and how long it had been since their agents followed up on a lead like this in the field. The spokesperson couldn't tell us those details, but said that agents follow up on leads as they come in, and the investigation remains active and ongoing. Now, this is the first update outside of law enforcement sharing age-progressed photos and ensuring the case is not cold and that they haven't forgotten about Summer.
I'm just going to read this really quick. So the TBI confirms agents following up on leads in Summer Wells case. Breaking news, Hawkins County. It says 3500 block of Van Hill Road in Greenville, right? It says roughly 9.5 miles from the Wells family home. So just round that up to 10 miles, right? 10 miles. TBI says agents follow up on leads as they come in. Guys, the Wells live in the middle of BFE, right? They live in the middle of Nowheresville in a holler, right? You know what a holler is? Basically, when you live in the mountains and you go, holla, and it like echoes through the whole place, right? You can talk to your neighbors down the road because your voice carries, right, from the mountains. So they had I believe it was three aggressive dogs, the Wells did, right? And with 3 aggressive dogs, then you have Summer's brothers on the property. You have Candace, and I believe it was Candace's mom, right, on the property. Now, Don, the father of Summer, was allegedly, he was at work, right? He said he was at work. Now, there's been like talk that he wasn't at work, actually. So I don't know that for a fact, but there's been talk about that. So these people live in the middle of freaking nowhere. How come if someone actually came and took Summer off the property, how come the dogs didn't bark? Yeah, exactly, Kelly. There's no way someone could have kidnapped her with the dogs right there. Daphne, they had close to 15 dogs. I can't remember. Oh my gosh. That's like a pack of wolves, Andrea. So how the hell did someone come up there and grab this little girl and then, just grabbed her and she didn't scream? She didn't scream or anything when someone grabbed her? That's crazy to me. Hi guys, welcome and thank you. Yeah, that's a pack of dogs, right? So some person just snuck up there and took her. Dogs didn't bark, not one of them. Not one dog barked, like Janie's dog. That's very suspect to me. That's just sus. Yeah, the dogs would have went after them. Exactly. Absolutely, in my opinion. Hi, Jen. Good to see all of you. A dog whisperer. Hi, Sherry. Good to see everybody. All right, let me stop blabbering and go on with this.
We also reached out to the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, Ronnie Lawson, and have yet to hear back from him or his office. It's important to note, though, that there is still an active Amber Alert for Summer, and no one has been arrested or charged in connection to her disappearance.
Wow. Oops, don't let that go. Okay.
Aloha, everybody, and welcome to.
Okay, so that's another video on Summer. Yes, the dog with puppies. I heard that too. Hey, Joyous, good to see you. Good to see you. The dog is behaving tonight. Apparently, all the dogs were gone to the spa that day. Candace said the dogs weren't home. To the spa? That is so weird to me, guys. So, coincidentally, the dogs, they just so happened to be gone on the day that Summer went missing. Right, guys? All these strange statements that these parents make. And I'm not saying they're guilty, but I'm saying if the shoe fits, you know, if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's usually a duck, right? No, the dogs were all running around. Right? Yeah. How could they afford that? Absolutely. The inside of that home, it's crazy. Now, I'm going to bring you guys, now that we watched that update, I'm going to bring you guys over to her name is Grizzly True Crime. Like, she does wonderful work. She did a great job on this timeline, right? And like it does. And like I always say, timelines are the most important thing within a case. They're the most important thing within a case because they're like footsteps, right? You can, or breadcrumbs, however you want to say it. You can follow the breadcrumbs to each step of where the person was last seen, who last witnessed the person or children, and what happened. Like with Janie, right? She was the last person to hear Jack and Lily. In my opinion, you know, if they went missing that morning, she was the last person to see them. Because the way she words stuff, oh, they went out that door and corrected the news, the interviewer and stuff like that. Like, how do you know? How do you know? Are you watching them? You know what I mean? So timelines are very important, guys. Very important. All right, let me bring you over to Grizzly. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And please subscribe to this channel if you would like more updates. I will be covering a bunch of different cases. I have a bunch lined up for everybody because there's so many people and children missing. And a lot of them, like I said, it's either drugs, CPS, and abuse. All three. There's no coincidences. I'm sorry. There's just not. There's no coincidences. All right, guys. I'm going to start here. And this is Grizzly True Crime. She did a great timeline. I'm just going to kind of go over this. Summer Wells, she's a 5-year-old girl who went missing from her home in Rogersville, Tennessee on June 15th, 2021. Her home is in 100 block of Ben Hill Road in the Beach Creek community, and it gives an address, 110 Ben Hill Road. She is 3 foot tall and 40 pounds, has blonde hair, blue eyes, and she was last seen wearing gray pants and a pink shirt with no shoes. Her aunt, Rosemary Bly, went missing on August 21st, 2009 in Wisconsin. She was 21 years old at the time and would be 34 now, she goes on to say. Her vehicle was found in the Grantsburg near the high school she had attended. After her disappearance, there was no sign of her keys, or any sign of foul play. Rose had allegedly told her mother that she had fallen away and was experiencing head pain. So some have speculated that she suffered from brain damage and disappeared on her own, but there isn't enough evidence to support that. So did you know that her aunt went missing as well? Summer's aunt? That's kind of crazy, right? All right, Kelly, take it up. Isn't that crazy that her aunt was missing as well? All right, let's get started with this here.
and was last seen wearing gray pants and a pink shirt with no shoes.
Grizzly true crime.
Her aunt, Rose Marie Bly, this is just FYI, in case someone didn't know about this, her aunt, which is her mother's sister, Rosemary Bly, went missing on August 21st, 2009 in Wisconsin. She was 21 years old at the time and would be 34 years old now. Her vehicle was found in Grantsburg near the high school she attended and near a truck stop. After her disappearance, there was no sign of her keys, or any sign of foul play. Rose had allegedly told her mother that she had fallen off. Can you see that with my name there? I don't know how to take that off. She'd fallen off a horse and was experiencing head pain. So some have speculated that she suffered brain damage and disappeared on her own, but there's no evidence to support that. Okay, so I'm just going to focus a little bit here on my timeline. I'm watching all your chats and the questions. If I miss anything, I'm very, very sorry. I'll do my best to keep up with both things, okay? Right. Okay. Let's just check. Thank you, Amber. I need to speed this little thing up a little bit. Hold on. I want you to be able to read it really nicely. Okay, October 14, 2020. The Hawkins County Sheriff's Office was dispatched to 110 Ben Hill Road. So we're going all the way back to October 2020. You with me? Okay. The Hawkins County Sheriff's Office was dispatched to 110 Ben Hill Road for a domestic assault situation.
There you go.
Don came home drunk in his sister's house and saw some and thought that this was cheating on him. Don argued with Jose Roman. Witness was Grandis. Pushed Candace her left knee. That's not Candace. And the following day, Candace filed an order of protection against Don Wells. She wrote in this order of protection, he drinks and throws things. I'm afraid of being hurt. He's abusive physically and mentally toward me. I'm afraid for my children and myself. My mother fears he's going to hurt her because she's staying in her camper on the property. Don was arrested and charged with domestic assault, possession of a handgun while under the influence, and unlawful possession of a weapon. Okay, October 18, 2020, Candace went to the district attorney and asked for the charges to be dismissed. Don said she even went to the judge and told him that she made a serious mistake, and that's the end of it, right? She didn't get hurt, and I never hurt nobody. In fact, in that episode, or not an episode, like a little clip, he also said she apologized to me. April 21st, now we go forward to April 21st, 2021. Candace pleaded guilty to possession of a handgun while under the influence. She turned the weapon over to the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. Domestic assault charges and unlawful possession of a handgun charges were dismissed. Okay, Tuesday, June, stay alone, because this is the day that someone...
I want to show you guys something real quick before we go on with this video. So she's just catching you up like on the timeline and stuff. I want to show you exactly, thank you guys, you guys are amazing. I want to show you exactly where Miss Summer went missing from. I want to show you the landscape, right? Guys, hold on one second. I'm getting Google Earth. Me and Google Earth don't like each other. All right. Let me remove this so you guys can see real quick. So check this out. This is their home, right? 110 Ben Hill Road. Look, it's surrounded by like just trees and stuff. I mean, you got a neighbor down here, but where's their driveway? Can anybody spot where they're like where they pull their car in? I mean, here they drive around here, right? So how the hell did someone come and kidnap? They drove up. How did someone kidnap her? What'd you say, Shan? What's in the actual hell? They both have previous charges for possession of a handgun and domestic violence. That's what I'm saying, guys. That's what I'm saying. There's always these, it's either rugs or it's all three. It's rugs, violence, right? Abuse. And then you have CPS come out and then the child vanishes. Like that. It's not a coincidence. It's crazy, right? Yes, similar surroundings as, yes, absolutely. Yep. You can't see it. Absolutely. So who in their right mind? Who in these rural areas like this, guys, you don't go on each other's property. And people know when you live in a rural area like this, you don't, if you go on someone's property, you're going to be met with something, right? And that something's not going to be good. And I can't say it on here, but that's how it works in the sticks, right? So who in their right mind would go all the way up that long ass driveway and take this little girl? Yeah. I've heard some real sketchy stuff about the father as well. Real sketchy stuff. All right, let me go on with the video. So I promise I won't interrupt at this time.
Look at it quickly, and we're going to move on with the timeline because that is an entire deep dive. Disclaimer, this is an overview timeline. It's this case, wow, has so many twists and turns, so many theories, so many things going on, that this timeline is kind of like an introduction, especially because I saw a lot of Grizzlies, even though the poll says deep dive since the beginning, 42%. 19% of you said you've only just started listening to this case. 37% say for a while, but not a deep dive, and 2% say not at all. So and I'm like, she left on foot. So there were two different stories.
Yeah, because one, they said she didn't. Listen.
Story number one is that Summer was last seen outside of her home around 6:30 p.m. Story number two is that Summer left on foot around 7 p.m. There were daily media briefings for 10 days after Summer was reported missing. Mm-hmm. Now, the reason I said on foot around 7 p.m. is because initially, what I saw from the news clips even is that they said the most plausible thing is that she walked out by herself. What? And then she left on foot.
I used to walk around barefooted all the time when I was a kid. Like, we'll wear flip-flops a lot. And I remember my grandmother, and my one grandmother, she's from close to that area, Tennessee. Not in Tennessee, but close to. She used to say, if you don't put on your shoes, your feet are going to get bigger. That's how she'd get me to put shoes on, right? So, I mean, yeah, Candace could have, not Candace, excuse me. Summer could have walked off without shoes, being out in the country like that, right? You did too until you were in your 20s. Yeah. No way though, if you know the case. Yeah. So, but kids do that a lot, but depending on the circumstances around in the area, right?
And maybe just wandered off too far. And I'm like, she left on foot. So there were two different stories.
You did too, Joyce.
Yes, Claire, thank you. Grizzly True Crime, hashtag Grizzly True Crime for the competition. Wednesday, June 16th at 12:07 a.m., TBI issues an endangered child alert for Summer Wells. The Hawkins County Sheriff's Office held its first media briefing at 4 p.m. at Solomon's Temple Missionary Baptist Church, located at 7659 Lone Star Road in Kingsport, to provide an update on the search for Summer. The TBI, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, revealed it had no suspects in the case and no vehicle description. Okay, you guys can feel free to chat, ask questions, leave your theories and everything. I just can't attend to them all right now. This is like intro. We'll deep dive all this. Stay with the channel. We'll go through things, but yeah, I hope you enjoy the timeline. There's surveillance and or trail. Wow, this looks tiny. Then 19 agencies were called onto the road, and that's the end of the trail. But I don't know that for a fact. The way that she just disappeared, she would never do that. Wells said in a written statement for a CBS affiliate, WJHL. TBI said it would only be searching the area from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. unless there was a credible tip to lead them to do otherwise. Okay, Samantha Weaver says, stay on it. I'm staying on it. I'm doing it. Okay. I will put my face. I'm right here. Okay, guys, I'm right here. I just want you to. Okay, I know you. It's nice to see you too.
All right, I'm gonna read it. So Friday, June 18th, the TBI held a media briefing Friday at 2:30 p.m. at Solomon's Temple Missionary Baptist Church to provide an update on the search efforts for Summer Wells. Search crews continued searching the area by land and air while also starting to check surrounding ponds and creeks. The crews reported searching more than 1,000 acres for Summer by the end of the day, Friday. WVLT News spoke to Don Wells, who addressed accusations of foul play by members of the community and that the TBI has searched his family home as part of the ongoing investigation. He also shared that Summer is not the first family member to go missing, as Summer's mother, Candace, her sister Rose, went missing in 2009. So right away, guys, right away on the first day, Don went and spoke to the news because he was addressing accusations of foul play by members in their community. What do you guys think about that? So already on day one, the neighbors in the area were reporting that there was foul play. Hi, Pam. Good to see you, honey. Oh, Pam, you not feeling good? I'm sorry. Yeah, right there. Oh, please keep me in your prayers as I get stent put in my kidneys tomorrow morning. Oh, Pam, yes, we will definitely keep you in our prayers. I pray that everything goes swiftly and perfect and you are in and out of there and heal quickly. Oh, we love you, Pam. In the hospital, yeah. Oh, you feel better, sweetheart. Take it easy. Take care of yourself. I hope you have somebody there with you. Robin said the home was a hoarding mess. Absolutely, I agree. Full of lice, scabies, oh God, roaches, etc. So neglectful and not fit for their dogs, let alone children. I agree with that, Robin. I have absolutely seen pictures. So little Summer was staying in the freaking basement. The basement. They were saying she was sleeping in a basement or something, or playing in a basement. This place looked like a dungeon. Let me see why we're doing this. Let me go on to the next part, and I will show you pictures of that. It is so freaking creepy. All right. Saturday, June 19th. So this is the following day, right? TBI has received 113 tips and said it would only hold media briefings on the weekend if there was a big find in the case, right? The Tennessee Association of Rescue Squads requested a statewide call out for agencies across the state to help Sunday in the search for missing Summer Wells. TBI shared photographs of Summer's home and the property where she was last seen. What we just looked at, right? Middle of Nowheresville. I'm trying to scroll down. It's a video.
I shared photographs.
Monday, right? Or Sunday, TBI has 137 tips. So they didn't say anything else. They just got 137 tips. Monday, now we're already at Monday, right? The whole weekend's passed since she went missing. You know that it's very odd that she went missing on Friday as well. And so did Jack and Lily. What day did Sebastian go missing? He went missing on Sunday. You know, a lot of these children go missing around the weekends. Do you guys notice that? Do you notice a lot of these children go missing around the weekends? I find that weird, guys. Candace and Dawn's bedroom, Summer's playroom, and in the basement. That basement is scary. Like, I can understand it was a finished basement or something, but it's scary looking in my opinion. So Monday, June 21st, right? Summer, hot summer. TBI announces that the FBI Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team is involved now. They're involved in the search for Summer. Everyone is a person of interest. Everyone, they said. An abduction has not been ruled out. So they haven't ruled out this yet. 221 tips have been received and 82 agencies from 6 states involved in the search. More than 3,000 acres are searched. At a press conference, law enforcement stressed that the family is cooperating with the investigation and that while an abduction has not been ruled out, there is no evidence to support it. So that's kind of similar in Jack and Lily's case, right? But they morely focus on there's no evidence to support it, right? So in Jack and Lily's case, they just say no evidence just to support an abduction. They rarely say that it hasn't been ruled out. They just said no evidence to support it. Grid search conducted in a field not far from Ben Hill Road. Authorities said Summer's parents were upset. Think about that for a minute, about the situation, and have been cooperative with the law enforcement during the investigation. That's very interesting to me. All right, let me see if I can fast forward this. Okay, we're past Monday. Tuesday, TBI received 221 tips and asked residents in the area to keep checking their barns and crawl spaces for places a child may hide. Don spoke about his criminal history. So, criminal history. My wife tries to make me jealous, he says. How long have you been married? Been married since Summer was a baby. It's been such a long time. 5 years? Talks about his son's criminal record. Interviewer tells Dawn that a Kingsport man is offering a $25,000 reward for Summer. Dawn says, wow, I didn't know that. Do you guys know that? Do you guys know that? That there was a man offering a $25,000 reward for her? And Dawn says, oh, I didn't know that. TBI says they have 221 leads since Summer went missing, right? This is still Tuesday. TBI urged property owners in the Beach Creek area to once again check barns, crawl spaces, and other areas a child could hide. The Hawkins County Sheriff's Office announced it will send officers to assist any residents who aren't able to search those spaces themselves. And it gives a number for that. Let me go over here to Wednesday. Actually, let me see if I can just do this here. Oops, fast forward through Wednesday. All right, Wednesday, June 23rd, investigators conducted a roadblock canvass Tuesday evening. Speaking with drivers in the Beach Creek area, officials questioned drivers to see if they noticed anything out of the ordinary. So they were questioning drivers to ask them if they noticed anything out of the ordinary. Not necessarily like if, kidnapping, but anything out of the ordinary in the neighborhood. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. Thank you all. Yes, please hit that like button. I appreciate all of you. I know some of you are on the vertical page. I appreciate all of you for hanging out with me. All right, let me finish this. So we are now on Wednesday. We're going to Thursday, right? So Wednesday, the officials were asking drivers in the neighborhood if they seen anything out of the ordinary, right? All right, Thursday, we're now on June 24th. Almost a full week has passed since Summer has vanished, right? Says TBI's Leslie Earhart said that at 4 p.m. press conference, while every case is different, this one is definitely outside the norm. Typically, an investigation like this, we have some ideas of where the case is headed and what might have happened within a few days. If there isn't foul play, yes. Dawn's 34-year-old son, Donald Wesley Wells, was convicted of sexual indecency with a child on February 8th in 2007 in Arkansas. He was released on May 5th, 2010. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that? Oh, yeah, Jules. I know sometimes it lets me on StreamYard set it to just the horizontal. Yeah, come to the other side, guys. Come to the other side. I'm just joking. As long as you guys can hear and see. That's all I'm happy for, because usually StreamYard doesn't like to work with me. CPS had come to their house the night before. Absolutely. CPS came the night before she went missing. In my opinion, that was the motive to why she went missing the next day. It absolutely could have been. Absolutely. Absolutely. Step into the light. Yes. Woo. All right. All right, where are we at? So we just found out that John's son, his 34-year-old son, right, was convicted of sexual indecency with a child. And usually, guys, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, correct? And I'm just saying, I'm not accusing, I'm just stating a fact. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Oh, and I apologize. My microphone got lost in outer space, so I had to reorder another one. I am so sorry. Amazon is on my hit list. But I'm going to be ordering another one tonight. So I should have another one tomorrow or the next day, whenever they decided to deliver. I don't know. Maybe I should just go and get one at like Best Buy or something. All right. So we now just found this out. And then they continue to say TBI has received 304 tips relating to Summer's disappearance. Now the crews start line searches in the Beach Creek area. Okay, David Dotson, a family friend, takes the 3 boys to play put in Kingsport. So a family friend took the 3 brothers, this would be Summer's brothers, to go play putt golf or something, it sounds like, right? That's what it sounds like. Oh, thank you, Joyous. Yeah, it's really aggravating because I so wanted the microphone to have, because it makes everything sound so much better, like smooth. And I told Justin earlier, I was like, I'm so excited my microphone will be here today. They didn't drop it off yesterday. And then, of course, maybe by some miracle, it'll be there outside of the gate when I get off. I don't know. A carrier pigeon could do a better job than Amazon lately, I'm telling you. All right, we are on Friday, right? So Friday, this has been an entire 7 full days since Summer went missing. No sign at all from her. All right. Now, this is a vehicle that's been spoken about recently as well. So on Saturday, June 26th, TBI announces that they were searching for a 1998-2000 red maroon Tacoma Toyota truck seen in the area of Beach Creek and Ben Hill Road at the time that Summer went missing. Late afternoon, early evening, they said that the driver was a potential witness and not suspect, and that the car had a full bed ladder rack and white buckets in the truck bed. It was somebody driving a company truck that a lot of officers here were familiar with this gentleman, and we believe that he actually saw something. Callie, are you in here still? This truck right here, Callie, wasn't it on Justin's live the other day? Wrecked or something? And it had a rack in the back. It had this rack in the back. Is there any way you can get me that photo? Pretty please and sugar on top. Thank you so much. Oh my God. I just realized it. I think it's the same truck. I thought it was a Chevy. But now I think it's the same truck. Oh, hi, Casey Farms. Welcome in from Justin's live. Yes, thank you. I believe it's the same truck. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can do this real quick. That's the same freaking truck. Because look at the back. It has a... Sorry, guys. I just had a epiphany here. It looks absolutely like it, right? All right, let me finish reading this and then thank you, Callie. I appreciate you. All right. So this is Saturday. Let's go on to Sunday. So Sunday, June 27th, Summer's been missing for a whole week and a day now. Or 2 days, a whole week and 2 days, excuse me. TBI announces search efforts will continue on a more specialized team basis as needed and directed from local, state, and federal agencies. Just because we may not be seen as such as a large presence in and throughout the area, rest assured that we have not quit and won't quit until we find Summer Wells. As of June 27th, the TBI said it had utilized 120 agencies across 6 states, right? 1,150 searches on the ground, logged more than 13,000, almost 14,000 hours. And the TBI fixed wing and helicopter logged a combined 21.2 hours of flight in the search for the missing child, Summer. The helicopter logged 30 hours, the THP helicopter logged 30 hours of flight. Numerous specialized search and rescue groups, including the TN Task Force, 2 Busar Appalachian Mountain Rescues, Black Diamond, SC SAR, Central Carolina SAR, Great Smoky Mountain National Park. So there's a bunch of search and rescue, right? And numerous K9 teams have been represented from these agencies. Let me go up a little bit because I can't. All right, where are we at? All of the crews have searched more than 3,000 acres since Summer was reported missing June 15th. The rugged mountainous terrain continues to cause problems. This slows search operations down in these areas, but rest assured, while encountering these conditions, we are still searching with an aggressive approach with extreme attention to detail. The Churchill Rescue Squad stated on a post on Facebook. And it says TBI continues to encourage people to submit any credible tips they may have in the case, right? All right, I think we went through there. Hold on one second. Okay, now we're at Monday. Monday, can you believe it? Monday, June 28th, guys. Hi guys, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Please hit that thumbs up for me. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Monday, news channel hears from Candace, which is Summerwell's mother, right? Her name is Candace Bly for the first time. Did she really wait that long, guys, to actually speak to the news? She waited over a week to speak to the news about her missing daughter? And the FBI went over that test, and TBI went over that test. Both of them went over that test, and they said they passed the test with flying colors. Wow. That's crazy, Andrea. That's nuts. Oh, thank you, Callie. Is that the one? Hold on. Yes, that one. There was one with the truck. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna do a comparison later. There's another one too. It might be another live where it was an accident, and Don Wells is taking a picture of the red truck, like in a ditch, kind of. You know what I'm talking about? Let's see. Thank you. Sorry, guys. I'm matching that red truck up. There's a grizzly behind me. Be careful. Oh, Linda, you're so funny. I'm like, what? Is my dog behind me? Have you seen them on Dr. Phil? It's wild. No, do you want to watch it? Here, I'll pull it up. Let me finish reading this and we'll watch it, and then oh shit, what time is my live my other live? Hold on one second. I have to reschedule that one. Hold on. Or like push it out further, not reschedule. Shoot. 1 second, guys. 5:45. Okay. All right, I might be able to push it till 6. All right, let's see what happens, because this is really interesting. Yeah, did you, Joyce? I know, me too. It took me a minute. That's so funny. All right, Monday, June 28th. It's been 8 days now, right? And the mom finally goes to talk to the news. She says, I feel in my heart that someone has come up here and took Summer. She said her. She didn't say Summer. She said her, and lured her, right, away from here. Me and my mother and her were planting flowers. What? That doesn't even make sense. Me and my mother and her. You mean me and my mother and Summer were planting flowers? And we got in after we got done washing our hands. And she got a piece of candy from Grandma. And where's her name in this? And she wanted to go back over and see her brothers. I said, okay. And I walked her all the way over to the porch. See, all the way over. Walked her all, trying to make it seem like Summer was further away from her than what she was, right? That's what it seems like to me. Trying to make it distance. Trying to put distance in between her and her daughter. That's the way it looks like to me. Just my opinion. And I watched her walk into the kitchen where the boys were watching TV. And I told the boys, watch Summer. I'll be back. And within 2 minutes, I came back and I asked the boys where their sister was. 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. Exactly, Shan. 2 minutes. They went on Dr. Phil and he paid because he paid them. Wow. 2 freaking minutes. Get out of here. She's already distancing herself from her daughter, from Summer. She doesn't mention her freaking name in here. She walked all the way over to the porch like they have a freaking mansion. Watch Summer, she told the 3 boys, right? 3 boys. And within 2 minutes, I came back and I asked the boys where their sister was. Still no name. She went downstairs, Mom, to play with her toys in the playroom. I said, okay. And I yelled downstairs for her a couple times and I didn't get no answer, which was unusual because she usually always answers me. And so I went down there to check and she was nowhere in sight. She was just gone. I don't go on walks or runs because I'm scared of the bears. Here we go with the frickin' bears again, and snakes, and even the coyotes that are around here. I cannot see that one part. Hold on 1 second. Looks like whoever has my daughter, I pray that they have not harmed her and that they bring her back to us safe and sound. Not one time did she mention, I know, guys, sorry, Michelle, but she makes it seem like their house is a freaking mansion when it's a little dumpling, right? Like, what the frick you mean all the way over? And she says 2 minutes, she was gone and nowhere to be found. Like, how far can she get in 2 minutes? That's crazy. She distanced herself. Like, she didn't even say Summer's name. That's bullshit. Sorry, but it is. It's bullshit. I think she makes it look more like she's a more watchful mother than she really was. So she leaves all 3 boys at home that day, but hovers over some. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Absolutely. It's just ridiculous. Okay, this is a news. We'll probably have to do the Dr. Phil thing another day, guys. I didn't realize how close the streams were scheduled for. Okay, she goes on. She was a tomboy. Here we go. I shaved my head. She wanted to have her head shaved like me and the boys did. Bitch, you are no role model. Sorry. Who the fuck wants to look like Candace Wells? Like, come on. Not to be rude, but Dawn. This is from Dawn. I knew right away that she was abducted. It's what I've told them from the beginning, right? Here's Durwood, right? Here's Durwood. But they have to go through they have to do one step at a time, I guess. But I'm sorry. They had to spend so many man hours in these woods. Here's Daniel. But I'm sorry, they had to spend so many man hours in these woods and everything. I've seen them limping and everything else. This is Daniel right here. Durwood's right here. What I told them in the beginning, this is Daniel Martell. It sounds exactly like him. And I feel for them. I just wish there was a way that a neighbor could search neighbors' houses. That kind of tells me something. I wish there was a way that a neighbor can search neighbors' houses. I wonder if they are on a neighbor's land that I wonder if Summer is somewhere on a neighbor's land that this particular neighbor actually doesn't live there, like they just live out of state or something and have vacant land. That's what that makes me think of. Like he would want a neighbor to search. Yeah. Who sends their 3 children out to the woods with animals and maybe a kidnapper? Yeah. Yes. It's just crazy. Sorry, I bounced myself out of chat somehow, but I get it. But I have a new laptop, so hopefully once I figure it out. Oh, I do that all the time too, on my own phone and everything. It's so weird. Let's see. So this sounds just like Daniel Martell right here. It's crazy. But this statement where he says, I wish I could search a neighbor's house and then if they're not willing, get a search warrant or something. But there's just no way you can search every single house. So he already knows that so allegedly if he's guilty, he already knows there's no way that police are going to go and search every single person's house, right? In the vicinity, okay? And I'm not saying he's guilty or whatever, but this tells me a story because he knows this already. So if you're going to hide a body or something, you're going to do it somewhere like maybe on somebody else's land that they don't occupy. That could be vacant land or something like a vacant building that police would need permission or a warrant to enter. Right? You should perhaps do an Amazon list for kids. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Locked and loaded, a mother who doesn't care for her kids. Absolutely. Doesn't that sound like, and it sounds just like Daniel, and it's crazy. I'm telling you, all these people are the same. They're all the same players. Dawn says she's awesome young lady. Didn't say her name. Yeah, an awesome young lady, and we just want her back. We hardly know many of our neighbors because we just try to be good. What? Try to be around good people. And we do have good people in this area. We found out since all this happened, we got some real good neighbors and some good folks around here. But it's weird. Candace goes on to say the most important part is to bring Summer home safe. Oh, she actually said her name. Wow. Nobody would ever treat her like that as long as I was around, ever. Her best friend in that church was Robin. She loved her to death. What? All right. And then it goes on to see, Dawn says, any woman that was a professional and beautiful, she looked up to those kind of women. So he just said right here that Summer looked up to professional, like presentable women, right? Candace is not one of them. So why the fucking hell would Summer want her head shaved? Excuse my language. Why would Summer want her head shaved like her mother's? Like, right? And maybe she did have lice or skate. You need to throw some bleach on that house. Oh, goodness. Candace said Summer was the boss of the family. Dawn says, typical girl. When they got out of line, she'd put them in line. Dawn said she'd do her best. Talking about the boys, I'm guessing, right? All right. So this is oh, that's Candace before she shaved her head, huh? I'm gonna play this part, guys. Give me a second.
The dark hair, and at that time she had light hair, something like that, or light hair, and that time she had dark hair, whichever way around. It's just like, come on, get the picture right, you know? But they were passing around that middle picture. I'm sure you guys have seen it everywhere. But Summer's hair was shaven at the time that she went missing, so they got to find the most accurate picture. Anyway, so you can see Candace also used to have long hair, and then there's no real, I'm just pointing out matter-of-factly part of the timeline. Yes, then they both had shaved hair.
Hold on one second. Oops. Is that Daniel's?
Yes, Sabbath school, exactly. Seventh-day Adventist. True. Tuesday, June 29th, the TBI received 650 tips so far. We urge the public to share info from credible sources. Sharing speculation or rumors only makes the process more difficult for law enforcement by increasing the number of non-credible tips, TBI stated on Twitter. On Wednesday, June 30th, the reward fund was at $250. I mean, to think, I'm just going to jump ahead and think that now it's at $70,000. There it was at $250, according to Captain Tim Coop from the Churchill Rescue Squad. TBI asked anyone with credible information to call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Officials asked people to refrain from reporting speculation or rumors to help them get the most helpful information in the quickest way possible. Thursday, July 1st, TBI has 730 tips so far and are not giving up in the search for Summer Wells. Oh man. Yes, I'm reading what you guys are saying. Oh my goodness, we'll get to all that later. Friday, July 2nd, officials said there have been a tremendous amount of hours spent searching the area and investigating her disappearance. The TBI has more than 750 tips regarding Summer's disappearance. This case is still very active and intense, with everything possible being checked out by Hawkins County detectives and agents of the TBI. Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson said, "Our goal is to find Summer." The reward fund was then at $37,350. If no credible leads and or tips come in for the location or recovery of Summer Wells, then that money will be donated by Churchill Rescue Squad to the Child Advocacy Center in Mosheim. $25,000 given by Kingsport resident David P. Garahan to the Kingsport Times News. He said if the reward wasn't allocated in 6 months, it should be donated to the Hawkins County Child Advocacy Center. On Tuesday, July the 6th, the TBI asked anyone with credible information to call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Prayer vigils were held for Summer Wells. The first one was organized by Timmy Etherton, and only Candace, Grandis, Summers, 2 older brothers, and a family friend, David Dotson, attended. Again, man, where's the younger brother? Okay. Wednesday, July 7th, TBI receives over 860 tips regarding Summer's disappearance. And on Thursday, July 8th, the TBI says the investigation is still active and ongoing, and that they are working alongside the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI to search for answers. Lorraine, it is exhausting, right? Lorraine says all the cases have been so weird lately and it's exhausting to get to the answers.
Yeah, I'd like to hear Amy.
Wait, did I skip one?
Yeah, Amy, let us know what they think. Let us know in chat. Let us know what you can email me if you don't feel comfortable. What is my email? Japanese. Sorry, I'm trying to write my email in here. Oh, is she in this one? That's my email, hon, if you want to email me. The younger brother is in foster care. That's what I heard. And one of the brothers is close to 18 or something, right? Hi, Christine. Good to see you. Daniel said he went flying out of there. Yeah. Oh, on Friday, yeah. Don, when he was doing that quote, whatever he did, kind of like what we did the other night with Jack and Lily's, actually last night I think it was, with their famous quotes, right? With like Janie's, I should have got up, I should have went out. That was Don with his quote. He sounded exactly like Daniel. It's crazy. The locals think that she drowned in that day or at that horse pond. Yes, the pond where he's 17. Thank you, Amy. Yeah, I remember that. I've heard that, Amy. Do you think maybe allegedly she could be buried like on a neighbor's? In my opinion, it sounds like she's buried on a neighbor's property that doesn't occupy that property. By the way, because he says the officers, the police or the searchers can't search everyone's home. That's what it sounds like. I mean, if it was an accident but if she drowned though, I mean, that's an accident. They wouldn't, you know what I mean? But yeah, they should have been watching her, but I don't know. Josie, the oldest, was put up for abduction. I cannot talk today. The two younger boys are already placed. Wow. So they've lost all their children. Yep. Thank you. Yeah. Wow. Dry drowning. Candace was giving alcohol to underage boys, and that's why she didn't call authorities. Wow. What the heck, man? Shh. You know, there's a photo. They panicked, in my opinion, due to CPS being there the day before. Jennifer, yeah. And, you know, that's what Shenanigans said as well. She said the same thing. There's a picture that was floating around of Summer in the car, in the back of a car. And a lot of people were commenting on it, saying that it looked like she had passed away in that picture. I believe she may have gotten stuck underwater on a snag. Could have. They lost everything, but desperately made sure to hang on to the marriage. That's only normal. Yeah. They lost the children before they had their kids as well. You know, guys, these cases are, and I keep saying it over and over. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's true. It's like CPS, abuse, drugs, or alcohol. I'm telling you, it's always like the same kind of outcome. Daphne, at that point, though, she had lost two. If Summer drowned, she'd risk all of it on them, obviously not knowing how she did it. Yeah, anyways, looking things they held onto. Wow, lost everything. Yeah, she looked deceased in the photo. Yeah, didn't she, Kelly? It's very, it gave me chills when I looked at it. Like, could you just, you know what I mean? You just know, but don't know type thing. I think more with the boy, in my opinion, too, but no facts. It's just a very sad situation. Oh, good for you. Extras adventures. Good for you. I know that's very hard to do. All right, oh shoot, I gotta go to my Jack and Lily live here in like 5 minutes. Same with Meadow. They were at risk of losing her. I agree. I agree. This is very similar to Jack and Lily's. She didn't look right. Something was wrong. Yeah, agreed, Deborah. Don was married to another woman, and Candace was their babysitter. That's how they ended up together. Oh, gosh. Wow. Yeah, he had 2 boys from his previous marriage, right? I wonder if they stayed married so not to testify. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Michelle. Like, seriously. Like in the Haley Cummings case, they got married because they were into rugs, right? They got arrested for selling rugs and like pills and stuff, and they got married so they couldn't testify against each other. Now the dad was at work just like this dad here, and they still haven't found Haley Cummings' body, and it's been since what, 2008 or 9. Yep, sad. We'll go over that one day. We'll do a live on Haley Cummings. It's just so sad. They went on the news. I don't think they went on Dr. Phil. Maybe they did, but they just made a circus out of this. It's just horrible. It's a pattern that if CPS would take a look, they might open their eyes. They need to start taking these children before it's too late. When they see these patterns, take the children and put them in like was it a surrogate home, or not a surrogate home? What is the word I'm trying to look for? Like a temporary home, someone that sometimes those don't turn out too good either, or like with family or something that don't have issues with rugs and abuse, because this never turns out. It never turns out good. Opinion CPS was at 110 on the 14th, and they removed that night and morning. Wow. Candace never wanted Summer. She was asking about late-term abortion. Oh, wow, Amy, that's so sad. Wow. No, something's definitely not right. Wow, Amy. I heard that she lied and said she was pregnant too again. Not enough foster families. There you go. That's the word, foster family. Yeah, I agree. Oh my God, guys. All right, I am going to go over and do my Jack and Lily live. I want to talk more about this tomorrow. Like, I'm digging into this. I am digging into this case because like I'm going to start writing down things that I've noticed on actually just noticed on this live that we're reading their quotes and stuff. Yeah, thank you, Joyous. Yeah, let's do another live on this tomorrow. Time goes by so fast. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. It goes by so fast when I'm on here. I should have scheduled it out like 2 hours, but guys, for your first time coming here, I appreciate you all for coming to my channel. We will be talking about this more tomorrow. I'm digging into this case, no doubt. And Callie sent me some photos of the red truck. I want to compare them with the one on here from way earlier in the case. So, foster home, thank you. Daphne, when are you and Justin doing? Yeah, I believe on Thanksgiving, Deborah. I got to confirm that. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Because I'm doing Thanksgiving on Wednesday since my kids, they, you know what I mean? We all we're doing it on Wednesday. It's uncanny. Totally tech. Yeah, Daphne textbook. I agree. Thank you. Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Wait. Thank you. Who had a red truck? Jack and Lily's case. I'm sure one cropped up. Red truck? I know there's a black truck. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. All right. I will see you on the next live. It's like literally due in a minute. So I'm just going to switch out of this one and go to the next one. But We're going to cover this more tomorrow, guys. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much, mods. You guys are great. I need to start scheduling these for longer. I talk too much. Thanks again, everybody. Thank you. Oh, yes. Thank you. I'm sorry. Yes, Wayne McKenzie had a red truck. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. It's parked in his driveway. It kind of looks like that one, but newer. Thank you, Kelly. Love you too. You guys are wonderful. I will see you soon. Thank you so much. Have a great night, guys. Thank you.